Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into the video, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Let's dive in. What if your own brother toasted your failure at his promotion party? Then the CEO walked in and everything flipped. He raised his glass, the lights glinting off his diamond cufflinks like a warning I ignored once. "Let's toast," he said, grinning at the crowd. "To family and to my sister, who got fired again. Maybe she should stick to stripping." The laughter hit harder than the whiskey I'd been nursing all night. Then came Dad's chuckle. Low, amused, cruel. "At least she's good at that," he added. And the room erupted. I didn't move, didn't blink, because I'd been waiting for this exact moment. But what if the joke was on him and I was about to take his job? And when the CEO walked in, eyes locked on me, every whisper froze. He didn't know it yet. But tonight, he'd find out who took his place. I used to admire my brother Daniel, the golden child, the charmer, the one who could talk his way into any deal, any heart, any lie. He'd helped me get my first job at the firm, told everyone I was brilliant but stubborn. I believed he saw me until I learned he was the one who'd whispered to HR that I was emotionally unstable. That's why I got fired. He wanted me out of the company because I had something he wanted. An algorithm I developed for their data division, the one that landed him his promotion. My code, my project, my career. He'd even convinced Dad I was a failure. And Dad, ever the businessman, had agreed. "She's too emotional for corporate life." That night, they celebrated my leaving without me. But I wasn't emotional. I was taking notes. It started with a name. My code had a unique mark. 3 characters buried deep in the sequence. RJN, my initials. One night, I saw a company report on LinkedIn. A new AI system Daniel presented as his own. There it was, my code. My name hidden inside it like a buried truth. The heartbreak came quietly. Then it turned to planning. I didn't call him, didn't confront him. I studied, waited, took a freelance job with a cybersecurity firm, started gathering what I needed. Access, proof, silence. When the company announced Daniel's promotion to vice president, I already had a backup of every file he'd stolen from me, every timestamp, every email he'd accidentally sent from my account to frame me. I even had the investor he'd been sleeping with recorded confessing their insider trading deal, one I fed to him through a fake company. All I needed was timing. And tonight was perfect. The party was at the glass house, mirrors everywhere, like truth itself was watching. He stood at the center, all charm and champagne. Dad beside him, the proud father. The board members gathered around, laughing like trained seals. I arrived late, dressed simple, calm. They didn't expect me. I was the family embarrassment. The one no one invited, but everyone loved to mock. When Daniel saw me, his grin sharpened. "Didn't expect you'd show up," he smirked. "I like surprises," I said. 5 minutes later, the CEO entered. The room straightened. Daniel lifted his glass for that cruel toast. And when the laughter died, the CEO turned to him and then to me. "Miss Nolan," he said, extending a hand. "I'm glad you could make it. We've reviewed your file." The crowd murmured. Daniel blinked. "Her file?" The CEO smiled thinly. "Your algorithm, Daniel, the one that secured the last contract. Turns out it was registered under your sister's patent. We traced it." "Impressive work, Ms. Nolan." The silence was absolute. Daniel's face strained. "That's impossible." I tilted my head. "I thought so, too, until the audit." Dad looked between us, confusion turning to horror. "Audit?" "The SEC is investigating," the CEO continued, calm as a scalpel. "We've discovered insider trading, data theft, and idea fraud, all connected to Daniel's accounts. He's suspended until the investigation ends." A few gasps broke out. Someone dropped a glass. Daniel's voice cracked. "You did this." I met his eyes. "Steady." "No, you did." Security entered. Quiet. Professional. Daniel tried to speak, but the CEO cut him off. "I suggest you call your lawyer. The board will meet in the morning." As they escorted him out, I watched him pass the mirrors. Each reflection smaller, weaker, more broken. Dad tried to follow, but the CEO stopped him. Your daughter will be taking his position for now. He said, she built the foundation we stand on. It's time we admit that. Dad didn't speak. He just stared at me. The daughter he laughed at, now the one holding everything he valued. I turned back to the crowd. No toasts, no applause, just silence, heavy with results. When I walked out of that glass prison, the air felt clean for the first time in years. Daniel's empire had been built on lies, and I just made sure the truth burned brighter than any spotlight he ever stood under. People say revenge doesn't heal. They're wrong. It doesn't just heal, it brings back balance. And when he found out who took his place, he finally learned what I was good at, winning in silence.